Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Sean Higgs coming out here. It's a Wednesday. Matt Fargo, Brian Bitler in the house for some NFL Sunday night action. Packers and Dallas. Oh, boy. This is an interesting one we're going to get to. Briefly, say a minute and 30 seconds. I'll keep the little sales pitch here short in the beginning. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell on so you know each and every day we post our free pick videos. College football, NFL. We got player props. We got live show on Friday. Major League Baseball playoffs next week. There will be a free pick video for baseball, even though it is technically football season. We will dabble into some playoff talk. You don't want to miss out on that. Again, notification bells on. Comment section is open for this video. Your side or total, dog or favorite, whatever you like, player prop, throw it in the chat. We appreciate you coming in here every day. Now, the free picks are the free picks. We do our best to win each and every one of them. Mixed results with baseball, football, baseball, college football, and NFL. But we do our best. Now, if you want our best, gamblersworld.net. That's where I tell you to go each and every day. And you should go there. You see a leaderboard, how everybody does. MLB, college football, NFL, soon to be hockey. They got preseason hockey underway already. So hockey's right here. NBA and college hoops. Use that 730-day package, all sports included, guaranteed to show you a profit, or we credit you back whatever package you bought. Let's be honest, the 30-day all sports, the way to go. 7 days, great. Thursday to Monday, you get all those games involved. I understand. I'm just telling you, make that smart money move, people. Get on board today for all of our best bets, top plays, and premium action. But let's go. We got a big one here, and this is a interesting game, Bri. Packers and the Cowboys. I know you're a huge Cowboy fan, being out in Philadelphia and everything like that. One, we have a crazy line move here, and I don't know why it's down from 4.5 to 7. CeeDee Lamb is expected to play. Total's 47.5. You had a Cowboy team look terrible last week. I mean, no doubt about it. As bad as they look, though, how about the Packers pulling their stunt in Cleveland? What do you say to that? Now you have a Packer team that's juiced up to a touchdown on the road. What? I'm trying to figure out. I'm thinking, am I missing something on an injury here? Is there some injury I do not know about for the Dallas Cowboys, Brian?
I don't know about that. As far as what the line goes with me, I just think there's an overreaction to how bad Dallas has looked the last couple of weeks. And I think we're in for a game that's similar to the Philadelphia Eagles, where Dallas hangs around with Green Bay and maybe Dak throws a late interception and they lose by 4. I just think Green Bay's offense didn't look good against Cleveland. And I think even with Dallas's poor offense, that their defense has been hearing about it. If they're going to show up, I think at home, getting almost a touchdown here, I think that's where you want to be. Even though over recent history, Green Bay has owned them both straight up, I think, and against the spread. But I think Dallas keeps this one under 7 as far as the loss goes. So I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Well, we all know that was a Dez Bryant catch, no doubt about it. That was a catch, folks. Not to be a bitter Cowboy fan, but now you came in here and kicked our ass in that one playoff game. Mike McCarthy. That's what Mike McCarthy does and why he should be never been a coach after he left Green Bay. But Brian Miller liking the under. Liking the Cowboys. Yeah, I don't know why I said the under. Liking Dallas plus the 7 points here. I'm just looking over here, Brian. Here we go. He's on the current leaderboard here for the season. Having a nice little run here.
Last week I gave out the Rams for our free pick, and I got taken late in that one off that field goal back. But that
I mean, I was just going to talk about your Wednesday baseball. I'll get to that in a second.
All right.
The Rams game, I didn't even mention last week because we were here on the show with the Rams loss. Because I said the other day, I said, well, we go 2-2-1 with football, but we lose the Rams, which were in our pockets the whole game. It's one thing blowing a game, missing field goals. To go down that way was that's as bad as it gets.
You try to think yourself, well, I had the right side in that game. It just happened to lose, and I'll get one back at the end later on in the season that I'll get lucky with, like that one. I think the Rams were the right call on that one. It just didn't turn out.
One, that's a you need a 2-for-1 return on that one. That is it's not like a crazy pick six, which is kind of all right. Pick six gets you all right. Well, it happens.
Most guys just fall down too once they block it. They don't run it.
Especially
back.
when you're a big gorilla running down. I mean, I'm a big guy. Start running downhill like that, you're going to trip over your own feet or something. You're getting excited. No, this guy keeps going. This guy doesn't fall. Thanks for rehashing. You got me cranked up before the show.
I'm cranking you up today, Charlie.
Listen, go get Bry's Titanium MLB today here. Listen, this video will be released on a Wednesday, so you'll see it ahead of time before the Sunday night game. So if you're looking for some Wednesday action, Bry's got you covered here in the MLB. But this is Sunday night free pick action. Dallas Cowboys plus the 7. And unless Matt's going to take the Packers, which I highly doubt, we might have an official show pick here. Matt Fargo, your thoughts?
Yeah, I will not be taking the Packers. Brian mentioned it's an overreaction of last week for sure. The fact that the line has moved as it has, I don't know. There's no injury. And CeeDee Lamb, you said, is expected to play now? I have not seen that.
Yeah. Okay,
that's good then. But it's an overreaction from last week. I mean, they were favored by, 7.5 at closed at Cleveland. Now they're favored by 7 at Dallas. I understand Dallas is not a very good team, but they're better than Cleveland. And I just think it's an overreaction also to the Dallas game against Philadelphia. Granted that was on the road, but
here we go. 4 hours ago, CeeDee Lamb out at least 2 games with high ankle sprain. So now we got it. Now it is. Yeah, he is officially out.
But he's not worth 2.5 points, right? No way.
I know 3 points. So
no way. No. It's just an overreaction. And what you mentioned about the Dallas defense, they've heard about it, and Bland is not expected to play again, and that's kind of an issue. But Green Bay doesn't have the receivers. They don't have the A plus receiver to take advantage. They have about a B receivers. The B tight end, but nobody really take over a game, and the offense hasn't looked good. The defense has. They held Detroit to low-scoring game in the opener, but they were just getting their feet wet with the new coordinator. So we can call that one a pass because obviously Detroit has gotten better, but it's an overreaction. I think it's too many points. Dak Prescott has been an underdog at home by 7 points or more only once in his career. That was back in 2018. So this is uncharted waters for him and for this team. I think they're going to play with a chip on their shoulder. I think they're going to keep it close. I'm going to take the 7 points.
Another plus 7. Yeah. So again, 3.5 up to 7. What are we doing here? That 2.5 point mind move, 3.5 point, whatever it opened at to move to. You're losing a big guy, but you mentioned Green Bay's defense there opening day. You knew Green Bay was going to come out and want to beat the champs, right? Division champs at least. A lot to prove. Now you see them put up 50 on Chicago. That's not really all that surprising. The performance versus the Ravens is pretty surprising. Although they got a big run and then a garbage touchdown late where I guess the Ravens thought they were going to score twice. They do look good. The Cowboys though, they got a little bit of a running game going. You still have Pickens and Ferguson. You figure to be a little offense here. I just can't. Like you guys, I'm with you on Dallas plus 7. You're up by 7. Let's call it what it is. You got to be up by double digits here. And as bad as the defense has been, I think you got a little bit of an extra kind of go after it, whatever the case would be. Parsons on the other side. There'd be a lot of crap in the papers. Let's get Green Bay's. He's going to want to win one against my old team. Let's get him. I don't think Dallas wants to kind of step up a little bit too, the way they've played the last couple of weeks defensively.
Plus, you can see them being down by 10, under 2 minutes to go, and Dallas gets a garbage touchdown and gets a cover.
You think you'd get a garbage one? They couldn't get one last week though. They could get that one stayed under. I don't know how that one stays under total. Again, 40-something points in the third quarter. They can't do nothing late. But yeah, I'll make it a trifecta with the Cowboys on 7. And gentlemen, right? Winning on the road, NFL is tough. Winning by a sizable margin, I know, and we kind of touched on this a little bit yesterday, man. We're talking about, again, you're watching this long, you're 10 minutes in, hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell. A lot of big blowouts favorites winning left and right. What, Brian, how do you feel about again, it's a couple weeks in, but the teams that look bad have looked horrible at times, right? Then you have teams that look great. You put a 50 up, but you lose the first week, you can't score. You get the Panthers look like garbage, and then they come out and then pull an upset. I don't know whether it be our handicap or our look to NFL, and I had this conversation with somebody else as well. Is it more with the faves coming in because the lines are just – they throw them out there because most people now, the younger generation, right, we'll talk about parlays, player props, they're just not putting the work into the lines as much because they know the sharper cats or the older guys, whatever you want to do, are going to be more inclined to dogs and favorites. So they'll entice you with a line, and it's a bad line, right? Because we're all like, that looks too low, that looks too high, and we're going to be on the low line or the high line. I just feel like it's possible that the books now are just more into the parlays and prop side of things, and these lines are getting a little mushy, and the faves are just going to roll in because they're not losing a lot on the faves. They're losing with the parlays and crap, or those big kind of hits. They don't care about losing every once in a while with a public fave.
I think the first week went really well for me, and then the second week I got crushed. And last week I was 2-2-1. So, and you know how I look at games. I like to see a line come out, see how it moves during the week, according to the betting numbers from the different gambling sites. And you're right, though. I think there is a lot of younger guys love to bet parlays and 6-point teasers and that kind of thing. But for me, that's like in a different world. I'm more in this. I don't bet at halftime. I don't bet live betting. I make my play before the game starts, and that's what I have. But I hear what you're saying.
I'm with you at the live. I tell people all the time on the show, I'm like, folks, you're whatever your average bet is, you put it in before the game. Now you're quadrupling it up because you already have the mindset of the team you liked, and now so you're getting more points. Look at this. Yeah, I'm getting more points, or maybe
they're usually juice. They're usually minus 120 on both sides of that.
So you're thinking I'm going to keep doubling up on a team I already liked, and it could win, it could lose, but your average bet size is now increasing. You don't even realize it because it's just on a credit card. Who cares? It's not real money. It's not. I feel it's the same thing. I've said this before. It's like playing with chips at a casino. Look at them. Oh, they're nice. They're so pretty chips. They're black. They're purple. They're orange. They're gray. Yeah, that's real money. And you're just sitting there hitting a button and then reloading off a credit card, not feeling any pain because you're just going to live bet your favorite team. Matt, we kind of touched on that a little yesterday with the lines and parlays and crap, but faves all over the place. 50 points. I mean, how many 40 points games have we saw already this year? This is crazy.
Yeah. I mentioned yesterday that through the first 3 weeks, favorites of 4 or more are 17-2 so far through the first 3 weeks, which
17-2.
It's unheard of. It's really unheard of. But it's hard to say if the books are actually not really overly concerned about the lines anymore. I don't think that's true or not. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think it's eventually going to come back to the mean, like I said yesterday. We're old school. We like the underdogs, and that's the way you make money in the NFL. You go against these public favorites, and I think it's going to come around. Last year was the worst year for underdogs ever, and it's already started off that way this year, which it's got to turn around. It's got to, because maybe the books aren't getting as killed as we think they are because of the public. Favorites are winning. They got to be taking a hit, though. They have to be.
I mean, and I think more of the sharper kind of folks are moving towards the, we'll do the Wong teaser here. We'll bring the favorite down to 1. That's always been kind of a specialty for a sharper kind of person. And let's be honest, they're probably shifted into player props. They're not really going full game kind of stuff if they could do live. But I'm with you. You see these faves rolling in. I'm like, and I'm like 16, 16, 17. So I'm like right here to start, which I'll take
11
that.
and 10. 11 and 10 on the year, and I'm plus $13. You know, I'm lucky to be in the positive.
I will take that. You know, again, folks, if you're watching the little free pick videos, you see a lot of times we're taking underdogs here. We got Dallas plus 7 today. The other day, last week, who do we have here? We had the Rams plus 3.5, Denver plus 2.5, Jets plus 6.5 as our free picks here. We're going to be looking towards dog action. So there's that. Again, free pick video. Dallas plus the 7 is the official show pick here with our NFL. You want our best bets, our top plays, head to gamblersworld.net, whether it's NFL like today or college football video like we did the other day, player prop video as well we did for Thursday Night Football. Go check it out. You got to have the notification bell on to know each and every day when we come out. Friday Football Live with Matt Fargo and Mark Lawrence. Plenty of free pick videos and premiums again. Gamblers World. Brian's up with his titanium MLB. And who knows? Maybe it'll be a palladium, a platinum play. Maybe it'll be a platinum coming down the road for a big play with the playoffs. I don't know.
You're giving me ideas here.
The precious metal trifecta. Matt, what you got? You got anything up for Wednesday or for the weekend yet?
Yep, I have a 3-pack going tonight in baseball. Up on a 2-1 Tuesday. A couple of underdog winners again. I have 3 college plays up already for Thursday, Friday. I'm going to have an NFL game up for Thursday, and the weekend card will be coming very, very short. It's going to be another big one.
There you go. I have no plays. I had plays loaded up for the weekend. No packages yet. 18 plays NFL college football. I'm not. 500 NFL. I don't mind. I'm still coming. I'm ready to have a great 7-2 Sunday of action. But for Matt Fargo, Brian Bitler, and myself, you take the Dallas Cowboys plus the touchdown home dogs on a Sunday night. There we go. That's the way to be. And we will be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Gentlemen, good luck. Bye-bye.